Anyway, Kip, thank you for the resub. 15 months at tier 1 for Kip. Kip is one of our best. Kip with multiple badges in chat. And very happy to see Kip here hanging out. MTG Banding is here. Founder badge holder MTG Banding. Jamming emotes as usual. What's up, Phil? Lone Star is okay with it. All right, Lone Star is okay with it. Looks like players are underway. A fetch here to start the game for Hank. Cracking a Flooded Strand. And maybe we'll see a Ponder or an Abundant Growth here as would be my expectation for a first turn play. All right, going for the Snow Island. Flooded Strand, maybe not the best land to lead to Abundant Growth, actually. Unless you get a Trop. But this deck does have Abundant Growths and stuff like that. Fetch Island pass. Okay, so being careful of Stifle here. I like that play. Hank knows Dave Kaplan's dirty tricks. Bobble into Delver. Delver checklist card. Let's see if Dave Kaplan owns Delver of Secrets. If not, we'll call a judge. Brainstorm to lead off turn 2 for Hank. We saw a Loam, a Tundra. Loam, a big part of this deck. A Loam, a Tundra, and one other card drawn. Wow, Kaplan's Delver is automatically flipped. What is going on there? Why is the Delver flipped? Mystic Sanctuary tapped and pass. Bob looking at the top card.
I'll stack the triggers so that Call draws first, and then the Delver. And then I'll draw.
All right, Delver flips, revealing a Ponder and attacking Hank for 3 here. Hank's list has plenty of removal and ways to deal with this Delver of Secrets, so I expect it won't last too long on the table.
That's a weird opener.
Kaplan describing his opener as weird. Let's see if we see a Wasteland here. Nope, he's tapping blue. When you said weird opener, I was thinking maybe he has a bunch of wastes. Maybe gonna fire off the Ponder we saw.
Delver. Touch.
Fetching and playing the Ponder that we knew about. So 2 Delver of Secrets on the board. Delver of Secrets in Standard at the moment. And that's exciting. I don't know if it's getting played, though. Does anybody know? Is Delver getting played in Standard right now? Or Alchemy, or... Someone go check. Nobody cares. Was that like a dog toy in the background? Keith Master Flex says, we don't acknowledge alchemy. Whoa. Keith Master Flex wants to pretend alchemy doesn't exist. Some of the alchemy cards are cool. Come on, people. Some of them are cool.
Draw.
All right, one of the Delvers getting plowed before the Brainstorm gets drawn here. Kaplan will allow it. I don't expect Delvers in the first few turns of the game to go all the way against this 4-color pile. There's definitely a dog toy in the shop. Why? Dragon's Rage Channeler and a Wasteland hits the Tundra. Pretty good. Ooh, no land drop for Hank. Well, these creatures might actually get there now with Hank at 13. No land drop. Brainstorm, Surveil. Put a Misty Rainforest in the yard and now resolving the Brainstorm. Okay, Kaplan laying out the graveyard tells me there was a Murktide drawn there. That might have been a giveaway. Plays a Misty, attacks for, I believe, 4. Nope, Kaplan has Delirium. I missed that, so that was 6 damage. And another Dragon's Rage Channeler. This is getting ugly, actually. Hank not making land drops is winning Kaplan the game right now. All right, here's a Plains and Teferi. Assuming bouncing Insectile Aberration if it resolves.
Judge!
Triple, double trigger.
Bolt you in response, says Kaplan.
And then I'm gonna play Vesuva, targeting one card.
Keep that. Okay.
Okay, game 1 goes to Kaplan. I was totally wrong about those Delvers, but Hank not making land drops likely won Kaplan the game. All right, here we are setting up for game 2. Hank on the play, Flooded Strand, crack.
That definitely doesn't do it. Definitely doesn't do it. Once you get those
I mean, that first game went pretty according to plan, so...
All right, there's the Abundant Growth to start the game off the trot, and it gets wasted. Ouch. Things are not going well for Hank so far. This match has been a little ugly so far.
Ponder?
All right, so a Ponder to start the game for Kaplan now. Well, it's turn 2. It looks like turn 1, but it's actually turn 2.
Follow you.
Wasteland on top. Maybe Hank fires that off here. It gets Kaplan back for turn 1. Let's see. Plays it out. A little bit of a revenge waste going to happen here. Nope.
I got like only part of this back.
I don't know if it was correct to. I was more just hoping for the drama of it.
Yeah. The new power up is like. Which one is fun? I don't know, like I'm like a little slower.
Cracking Scalding Tarn.
I gotta try this hand for the memes. Yeah. Yeah.
Delver followed up by Ponder. Seems like Hank is so far okay with all of this happening. Having to think about this Ponder, though.
It's totally a troll.
Maybe going to try and remove Delver here with the Ponder on the stack. I don't think it's likely we'll see... There is red in the deck, but I don't think what's likely we'll see a Pyroblast on Ponder here. That doesn't seem likely. Okay, going for a blue. Maybe a Flusterstorm? Mystical Dispute? Fluster it is. All right. Just a little disruption. Brainstorm to start off turn 3 for Hank. Going to put 2 back on top.
When you go outside and what falls in the sky? Yes. Okay.
Shuffle them all away with a fetch. Maybe looking for a basic plains here. Maybe a prismatic ending about to happen. And then we'll see afterwards if this wasteland finally gets used or if Hank is still going to hang on to it. All right, there's the prismatic ending. Kaplan's okay with that. Wasteland still standing by. So Hank likely hanging on to this wasteland as a safety from days. As Kaplan finds a wasteland. We see a prismatic vista in hand for Hank, so we'll see another land drop, then maybe a 3-drop is a possibility. No, it looks like we're going to see a cantrip to start. Ponder. Gets Pyroblasted. I like that. Especially how after game 1, how game 1 went as far as Hank making land drops. Prismatic Vista comes down, now requesting to look at the graveyard. Looks like Hank's gesturing to pass. And the Ponder to start off the turn for Kaplan. Hank may be trying to preparing for the possibility of a Murktide Regent. Holding on to swords to plowshares, pyroblasts, and the like. There's another Delver. Passing the turn. Hank liked the card that was on top of the deck, so kept it there. Now fetching. Maybe Uro coming down, or possibly Teferi. I don't know if Hank leaves forces in after sideboarding with this deck, but I'm assuming Kaplan leaves in some number of Force of Wills, especially on the draw. Teferi. I think Teferi's bouncing here if it resolves. If Kaplan has a... Okay, waste on Wastelands? Why this timing? I'm unsure. Okay, floating a colorless mana, maybe hoping to turn Days live. I see. So if Hank chooses to use the Wasteland rather than float a mana, it would make Days live. So maybe Kaplan trying to trick Hank into not leaving mana open for Days. I like that.
Force, pitch, dress down.
Force pitching dress down and Teferi goes away.
Pandemic.
Sounds like a lot of people are having fun and laughing in the background. This was supposed to be a serious Magic tournament. And we're going to start kicking people out of the shop if they're laughing too much during a Magic tournament. This is serious. You don't see me smiling right now. And to turn swords to plowshares on the insectile aberration. Looks like Kaplan's okay with that. If Kaplan has Force of Wills, Pyroblast, and the like in hand, probably going to save them for the threats from Hank's deck rather than protecting his creatures. Threats like Teferi. Brainstorm to start off the turn for Kaplan. Bong Mitzvah, thanks for the follow. Welcome.
Yeah, Looping Wastelands, we'll do this next game.
Okay, Brian, ready?
Yeah.
Oh, remember when we went out to eat? Oh, wait, I wanted to teach you how to do it.
Yeah, I needed one more turn. Yeah, if you wanted it.
We what? No, yes.
Steam Vents untapped. Maybe Murktide gear. Nope, it's dig through time. I'm just kidding. It's Murktide.
I think it was just like a really good draw.
No, it's really strong.
Do we have any dig through time fans here?
Little favor, like any funding answers here, like Surgical Wasteland.
3 cards in hand for Kaplan after Hank asks. And a Pyroblast on Murktide getting fired off. We'll see if Hank finds a basic. Nope, it's a Volk. Oh, that was a Misty Rainforest sacrificed. Never mind.
That's the other. That can be yeah, I mean, you have to save Wasteland. That was super good.
Okay, Force of Will on the Pyroblast happening here, pitching Daze. Brainstorm in response. Hank really does not want this Murktide to resolve, I'm thinking. Would be an 8/8 Murktide with Hank at 9 life, I believe.
Because if your opponent can copy your card sets,
If it resolves, it would basically shut off this Prismatic Vista until it can be removed.
it's like a weird, like, yeah, you don't want to do it, you don't want to play it. It's weird because they come in taps, like, send us play on your turn, two X, and you're like, that's so
I don't know if Hank has Force of Wills post sideboarding. I just don't know.
really bad.
But like I was trying to one more.
Hank's trying to figure out what to put back on top of the library. We see a Life in the Loam in hand, so that's going to resolve. The Murktide's going to resolve. And now we're thinking about an end step play.
Okay, so you have that.
Oh, okay. Now it's Okay.
Yeah, I used to live over in a studio where my girlfriend over the side. We're kind of the same thing.
I believe Hank's now down to 1. I might have life totals wrong. I thought Hank was... Side Norna says, have you just been streaming earlier? Today we're streaming a little early. Tomorrow we'll be back at regular time. MTG Banding says, I'm a fan of the dig through time art. I like the dig through time art of the dog digging a hole. I like that one. Terminus off the top. That was my excited voice.
This is gonna be
JH Stock, thank you for the resub with Prime. Good evening, everyone, says JH Stock. All right, some confusion about where the Murktide goes after cutting the deck. Kaplan shuffled, Hank didn't cut yet, so they're just making sure they get this right. Kaplan forgot to offer the deck for a cut. Life from the Loam. Waste and Trop. And Misty. We know about Urion in hand for Hank. Volcanic Island down. And Hank seems to have stabilized at 1 life. Obviously, a lightning bolt just ends the game. Choosing to dredge. Endurance, Brainstorm, and Prismatic Ending go into the graveyard. JH Stock says, thanks for the content, Chris. Thank you, JH Stock. Couldn't do it without big supporters like JH Stock. JH Stock, both a Twitch sub and a YouTube member. Appreciate that. Appreciate that very much. Where in the world are you, JH Stock? Apologies if you told me already. Side Norna, thank you for the resub. 16 months at tier 1 for Side Norna. More force of Phil, says Side Norna. Of course, of course. This is the first round of the stream. We're a little bit out of order here, though. This is roughly round 3 of the event, I think. We're just catching up on a bunch of matches from various events we've covered but have not gotten around to live streaming. As some of you know, last week we live streamed a 1K competitive tournament, a legacy tournament here in New York City. So that was a long stream last week. If you're watching later on YouTube, the full unedited version of that is available now for our paid members. Here's Urion blinking the Abundant Growth. JH Stock is in a small city in Germany. Very nice. Hello from New York. Sorry, I had life totals all wrong here, everybody. Here's Narset. And I think we're going to see a Narset minus here. I've been alerted that a hype train is close with 90 seconds left to go. Sub, gift, or use bits now to start a hype train. Hype train conductor, a very prestigious position. Dark Zero is here. What's up, Dark Zero? I played a marathon match against Dark Zero last night at the shop. I think after the match ended, both Dark Zero and I took a nap. Control mirror. Control face off. Hello from Emsdetten. Am I pronouncing that right? Izzet. Says JH Stock. It looks like Kaplan's getting all their lands blown up and is under Narset lockdown. Urion attacking. Not looking good for Kaplan currently here in game 2. Playing a Delver. Oh, so it has a basic island. Okay. The Source of Plowshare is likely just going to deal with it, if anything. Narset activation. Looks like it's going to take another Narset. An embarrassment of riches here for Hank at this point in game 2. I think Vantage Bar is all the way to the left. It took a miracle, literally, for Hank to climb back into this game. Here's Icefang Coatl. I think this game is over. Unless Kaplan rips a Bolt and a Volcanic and it somehow resolves, which I don't think it even would at this point. Hank choosing to play the second Narset and going to minus it here. There's Force of Will. I think this game is over. I think Dave Kaplan could just scoop it up. But this is a competitive REL event, so I understand wanting to play it out. Discard step for Hank. No flip of the Delver. This is getting ugly. Minusing Narset. Prismatic Ending, Carpet of Flowers. Looked like another Narset was revealed, but Prismatic Ending. Revealing the Prismatic Ending just causes Kaplan to immediately scoop it up, which makes sense. The game is pretty much over. About a turn or two ago. Jay at Stock says the pronunciation is good. Very nice. Anybody watching right now been playing the game Worldle? Not Wordle. Worldle, where you have to see a silhouette of a country on the map and tell what country it was? I got it right today on the first try. It was Germany. I just want everybody to know. I just realized I likely just ruined today's question for anybody. Sorry. I should not have gave the answer. That's my bad. Shame on me. I did not mean to do that. I went straight to bragging, but forgot that I should let everybody else enjoy the game. Spoiler alert, I guess. I should put a spoiler tag on the stream. Fetching with Prismatic Vista and casting a Ponder. Expressive Iteration. I think that's the first one we've seen cast in this match. There's Delver. That's a Beseju who endures on the board for Hank. Hank likes some foils and some bling, some showcase cards. Here's Icefang Coatl before blocks. This Delver seems doomed. Force pitching Daze on the Ice Fang. I think Hank is perfectly fine with that. And a Nar set for Kaplan resolves. That's pretty good. Gets an expressive iteration off the top. Plays a polluted Delta and passes. Hank fetches here. J.H. Stock makes a great point. Hank played that well, played that good. To keep his composure at one life isn't easy. I agree. To stabilize and win the game like that takes some patience too. You notice in the last couple of turns, could have been attacking with Urion, but chose not to. Just played it super defensive and made sure that all was secure to win the game. No surprises. Didn't want to lose the game to a ball lightning. Some haste creature. All right, Insectile Aberration gets in for a hit. And a Narset activation. Getting a Pyroblast, okay.
So it's like 21. Game 3.
And Murktide here. So Kaplan building a small army while Hank misses land drops again. And now needs to deal with basically 3 threats on the board. Only 2 of which can attack. I think this Murktide's going to have 6 power, if I saw the count out correctly. Hank may also be at 11. Did I miss an attack? I might have missed some damage. We'll see. JH Stock with a big question for everybody. When will Blistering Firecat make its comeback? I think we should just start banning cards until Blistering Firecat is playable. Flametongue Kavu is playable. Octabi Orangutan is playable. We just need to keep banning cards until these cards are playable. So it is an 8/8 Murktide. Brainstorm for Hank. 4 blocks. Drawing 1 and putting 2 back. This is awkward. Maybe there's a Terminus in hand? There was a Terminus in hand?
Go to 3. I'll pass.
Let's see if Terminus off the top. Yep. Okay, there's Terminus. Fetch and response, hard casting, Force of Will. That's game. Wow. Good match. Dave Kaplan gets there.